Good afternoon, everyone. Just stand by while I'm checking to see we are live on YouTube. And yes, we are. There we are. Just turn off the music for those of you that don't like the music. And maybe you can hear me a little bit better. Let me know if the sound is okay today. TGIF, thank goodness it's Friday. So I wasn't live yesterday due to some other commitments. I try not to miss a day if I can avoid it, but sometimes it happens. And what we're looking at here is the 10-minute time frame with gold, XAU USD. And we have bearish momentum today since the opening of the market. That's this white line you see here, the beginning of New Zealand when they open for the day. As you know, gold closes for 1 hour and then it opens at New Zealand time here. That's 5 a.m. my time, Indochina time, by the way. Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand. And what do we have today? We've got a high of 44.83. That's our Asian high, 44.83, I believe. Yeah, 44.81 over here. And then our low today, 44.24. No, Asian low is 44.34. I haven't drawn my little gray box yet. And previous day low, 44.24. So we took out the previous day high yesterday and then started coming back down. Took out the previous day high in the New York session, and then the real move started for the New York session, and then they consolidated and went sideways for the rest of the session. And I'm waiting another 4 minutes. I like the half past the hour, what I call the Tokyo lunch run. Everybody coming back from lunch in Tokyo. They've been open now for 5 hours and 25 minutes, and they should be back from lunch. Hey, Vicky Zolo Excellence. Thank you for letting me know the sound is good. Hey, good morning, Alex. I'm all good. All systems go for Friday, TGIF. Thank God it's Friday. And of course, it's the first Friday of the month. And that means tonight we have non-farm payrolls. Yay. The most highly watched news item for forex traders. And that will be 1 hour before Wall Street opens. So it should be exciting during the New York session today, during the US session, I should say. When the non-farm payrolls come out, you'll see all kinds of volatility. So be careful, protect your capital. I don't trade during that news. Give it some time to settle down and let the market digest what the information is. And another 2.5 minutes. How's everybody doing on this Friday? Doing okay? Doing good? I did take a trade earlier today, just to let you know. I took on the 5-minute chart, and I took a bounce trade. It was at about 11 o'clock, somewhere in here. It looked like it was going to go up and bounce and then go back down. So we're bearish. It's just where can we get a good entry? And I saw on the 5-minute chart, it looked like a bounce off the trend line. And I went short, but I had a tight stop loss And yes, it got stopped out right about on this candle here. Just a very tight stop loss with a small lot size. The reason I did that because guys, the trend line strategy, the way I use it, and the way I've used it for 1.5 years, nearly 2 years, if it breaks below the green trend line and closes, then I go short. If it breaks above the red trend line and closes, then I go long. And I put my stop loss on the opposite side. That's the way I typically use it. But you can use it where it'll come off the bounce. Like here would have been a good bounce trade. You see, it hits the. You've got one, two, three touch points, and it bounces off of that trend line, respecting the trend line, and you could go short there, and that would have been an excellent entry point. That was at exactly when Singapore, Shanghai opened, but I don't get up early enough. I'm going to have to start getting up earlier. I was getting up early for a while, but wasn't getting any good trades, so I need to start getting up earlier again. So this is a good. You can do a bounce trade. It bounces off, and then you go the opposite direction, and that means you put your stop loss really close, just above the trend line, right up in here. So it's a small stop loss. And I have one. There's one guy in our Telegram group, and he uses the bounce, and he prefers the bounce, and been having good success with it. Take a bounce trade, then you got a good profit here, whichever you prefer, or both. Yes, sir, Alex. Market can do anything, anytime. It's never right. It's never wrong. It just does what it does. It's not fair or unfair. It just moves. We just play this game. So I did take a short trade on my 5 minute chart about just before I went live, about 10 minutes ago, because it wasn't really a bounce here. It didn't touch the trend line, but you do have this double top here, and you've got these two pin bars, and it was getting close to the time that I like to watch the Tokyo lunch run. So I went short on this candle here, and I have my stop loss at pretty far away, actually 44.58 or 44.56 right in here. And then my take profit is below the previous day low at 44.20 because it's very likely that the market is going to take out the previous day low, just like they did yesterday, just like they do most days. They will go for either the previous day low or the previous day high, where the liquidity pool is. Let me go over to MT5 right quick. And so I'm in a bit of a profit now. Yeah, looking good. Okay. And the reason I did that also because you have the double top, you got the two wicks here, it's almost a touch point, and the bias is bearish. So I'm just looking to get a short trade in this session. That's all. And you want to be bearish. If something is bearish, you look for a short trade. Now it's cooking. Cooking with Presto Light. Yeah, good profit now. Okay. Almost made back what I had in the first losing trade. So we just need to come down a little bit more, and then I might move my stop loss to break even. Okay, well, I don't listen to predictions. And if it comes to 31K, then I'll buy more. I don't trade crypto. I just buy and hold. Dollar cost averaging, DCA. If it goes to 31, I'll just buy more. I just bought the other day, a couple of days ago, 62. What is it now? 63. I don't predict anything. And oil is what, 91? It got up to nearly 96 yesterday. And the DXY, we just look at those real quick. The DXY, oh, it's coming down. Oh, that's not good. That means gold might go up. Sometimes they move together, but it's unusual. For XAU USD, for gold to go down and the dollar to go down, that's unusual. But it happens. And let's see if gold is going to go back up. Hesitating there. Let's see what happens. And we'll look at oil right quick. Yeah, it had a big spike up there to 90, 92. It got up to 95 yesterday. Make that chart a little bit bigger. Okay. Now, this trade's not looking so good now. Still in profit, but still early times, early days. So what do you have planned for the weekend, guys? My WTI chart is different. How is it different? WTI on Tradingview. It's US oil spot on the 10-minute time frame. And I'm using on Python network, whatever that is. Maybe I'm on a different, could be on a different broker, Alex. That's all. If you use, when you select a commodity or a currency, you can select the broker that you want to look at. This one, gold is on ICE, ICE. Sometimes, and you get a little bit different price, slightly different price. If you use a different broker. So I'll be able to stay here till 1 o'clock, and then I have to leave. I have another appointment. I got to go across town. And when I say going across town, that means going across Bangkok, and that's not an easy task. It's a big city, very spread out. And then tomorrow I'll be watching a movie, Masters of the Universe. It just started showing a couple of days ago. I like the Marvel movies. I think it's a Marvel movie. Now this trade, no, it's not in profit anymore, right? Oh God. Might not get any really serious direction here, even in the session. That probably most institutions, central banks, are waiting for the non-farm payrolls because that's going to have a big impact. But I just took a small trade with a small loss. If if it hits the loss, it's just a small loss. The most I ever risk on a trade is half of 1%. Never risk more than that. I'm not living far from the capital, Alex. I live in the capital. I live in Bangkok, downtown Bangkok. But if you go somewhere in Bangkok, it's a huge city, massive. We've got trains that go all over the place. It can take an hour to get to the airport. I live right in the middle of the city. Well, it doesn't really have a middle, but sort of, you know, very populated area. So we're still getting respecting our general direction of the bias being bearish, but this candle is just turned against me just slightly. Again, it's just a small trade. I'm risking very little on this trade. The most I'll ever risk is half of 1%. For example, on a 100K account, half of 1% is $500. Never risk more than that, and usually less. Some people risk 1%, 2%. I like to trade small, go slow, steady, protect my capital. So Vicky has had a profitable week. That's great. Congratulations. Vicky Zolo excellence. And I presume that you're trading on gold. You had a good week on gold. It's trading really, between a very tight range. Between it's not a tight range. It's in a $200 range. If you look at the 4-hour chart, we're really trading between 40, 45.75 and 43.80. About a $200 range that we've been trading in for about nearly 3 weeks. So, you look at the 4-hour chart, it's just down and up, down and up, down and up, which is, I like that, but you got to be careful and get the good entry point. It's good for day traders. Now, if I'd have got up early for the Singapore Open, that would have been a really good trade there. Get in here on this pullback from the trend line, this bounce from the trend line at 44.64, and get out at 44.34. $30 profit, 300 pips. Or you just move your stop loss down and you can still be in the trade because we are likely to go down and take out this previous day low. I know I sound like a broken record when I keep saying that, but you'd be surprised how often it happens. And I encourage you to mark those key levels on your chart. The previous day low and the previous day high, way up here. Previous day high was what? 45.15. Previous day low was 44.24. About a $90 move yesterday. 900 pip move yesterday. Gold never used to move like that. 2 or 3 years ago, 300 pips, 400 pips on gold. But anymore, that's not the case. 900 pips, 1,000 pips in a day, that's nothing for gold. That's just normal. Well, to use 5% risk on a trade, that sounds kind of crazy to me. Unless you're a very competent scalper. So on a 100K account, 5%, that I'd risk $5,000. No, thank you. fact, you can't do that with a prop firm. Usually their daily loss limit is like 3 or 4%. So if you risk 5%, you blow up the account with one trade. That's on a prop firm. So what do we got here? 1245 nearly, and just getting nothing. Consolidation. This is a nothing burger. Nothing at all here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 25 minutes. No, 10-minute candles. These are wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 50 minutes, nearly an hour. It's just gone sideways. We want to get something like this. Boom. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. We cannot force the market. Hey, the market just does what it does. And here we are at the mercy of the market. I have my entry, I have my exit, and now I'm at the mercy of the market. Let me just go and look at the MT5 again. Mm. Oh, I'm in a little bit of a profit, very small profit. Yeah, okay. I took the trade at 44, 44, 45.68. It's a little bit different price from Tradingview, my MT5. So how you going with the MT5 now, Alex? You got the hang of it? Well, we don't have anybody watching today. Everybody's uh, gone walkabout. In Australia, they say he's gone walkabout. Nobody here today from down under. Only a couple of you watching. That's okay. You give me somebody to chat to. Even if I'm not doing live YouTube and I'm in a trade, I talk to myself. I'm not crazy. I just talk to myself if I'm in a trade. Okay, good. I'm glad you got the hang of that. It's really quite simple once you start playing around with it. Like any software, any program, you got to learn what all the functions and features are, what to click on, what not to click on. If you ever need any help with it, let me know. One of the videos on my free course on my website, I think I have two videos actually that go through the functions and features of MT4. And MT5 is very similar to MT4. It's just an upgrade. Boy, it's a nothing candle again. Tomorrow night when I go and see that movie, on Saturday night, I usually go with a friend from India. He lives in Thailand, but he's from India. He's from the south. I can't remember the name of the city he's from. And he's also a trader. And we like to go to movies together on Saturday night. Well, I'm probably not in a In profit now. Nope, right at just above my entry point. This is crazy. 5 minute chart is 20 minutes of 25, 30, 30 minutes of just absolute sideways. Yeah, now it's starting to go a little bit. It really is. There's nothing happening. Nothing really happening. And I don't know, Alex, you don't have a trade open, I presume, and Vicky Zolo, you don't have a trade open. Now it's, now it's starting to go the wrong way. And I think I took that trade right in here. Yeah, right on this little red candle. I put my stop loss pretty far away, actually. Let me check. 44. Oh, yeah, I'm in good shape with a stop loss. 44.58. Whoa, I'm really far away. Okay, but it's a small loss. Even if it goes up there, it's a small loss. I can't imagine it's going to go all the way up there. Still respecting the trend line here for the time being. And my take profit is at 44.20. Just below the previous day low. If they take out the previous day low, they usually go, a little bit below that, $5 or $10, whatever. So let's see how much risk to reward that is. Where did I take it? Right there. Okay, 1 to 2. 1 to 2 risk to reward ratio. Pretty decent. If you use 1 to 2, that's the minimum. 1 to 3 is better, of course. 1 to 2, you can lose 3 trades out of 5 and you still make profit. No trade open. Hey, Josh, good to see you here. Yeah, you're late today. I'm going to be here for another 10 minutes max. I got another appointment I got to go to, but that's all good. No problem. So just tell you what's going on here. I did take a trade. I was on the 5 minute chart, and then this one here, this candle here, I believe. No, 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 no. This one here. This one here on the 5 minute chart, it bounced off of the trend line, and the bias is bearish, obviously. So I went short on this candle here. So I'm in a little bit of a loss right now with the stop loss right here, 44.58, and the take profit at 44.20. And you say, why did I do that? Normally, if you watch me, break above the trend line, I go long, break below the trend line, I go short after the candle closes. But we have one guy in our Telegram group, and he trades the bounce. You can trade this, you can use this strategy and trade the bounce. Like right here, when Singapore opened, it bounced off of the trend line and came down. That was an excellent bounce trade right there. So you can trade it either way, a break of the trend line or a bounce from the trend line. So if you got in here at the Singapore Open, wow, $30 move. So the guy that I'm talking about in our Telegram group, he uses it for the bounce trade, and he's been successful with that. So I thought I'd just kind of play around with it. I took a small trade today from the 5 minute chart. It did a bounce on this candle here. No, this candle here on the 5 minute chart, and stop loss here. That means you put your stop loss not very far away, and then your take profit. So still kind of coming up and respecting our, hasn't touched the trend line, but it's respecting this zone that we have here, which is around 44, 48. Yes, Alex, that's the key to success is holding the profitable trades, letting the profit run. That's the key to success. Limit your loss, accept the loss when it happens, but learn to let your profit run. Oh, yeah, it did come down for a little bit there and then bounce back up here. So you probably got this little bit in here. Yes, we've already talked about that. Non-farm payrolls tonight, 1 hour before Wall Street opens. The most highly watched news item for forex traders. Be careful. Protect your capital. I don't trade at that time. It can be crazy. And Alex, I recommend the book Best Loser Wins by Tom Hookard. It's all about mindset. The whole book. There's no charts, no strategies. It's about mindset. How to limit your losses, how to accept the loss, how to let your profit run. Yeah, it's no, you got it right. If it's a weak jobs report, it should be good for gold. But I mean, these days, boy, who knows? You just got to be really careful. Sometimes, you see the data come out and it goes the opposite direction of what you would think it would normally go. And it also needs to, a very important factor is there needs to be a big difference between the forecast and the actual. If the numbers are very close together, then anything can happen. Yeah, it's Best Loser Wins by Tom Hookard. And I can tell you right now, Alex, it's a life changer, a game changer for your trading. It's really deep. It's about mindset. And mindset is the key to success, guys. Mindset is the holy grail of trading. Mastering mindset is the holy grail of trading. That's why people lose money is emotions, feelings, thoughts. Yeah, don't preempt the news. That's for sure. There are probably some insiders that know what it's going to be and they price it in. But yes, he streams from London Open. He's an excellent guy. He's such a good speaker. He does seminars. You can catch him on YouTube. He's an excellent speaker. He's been in the game for years. And he's made millions. And he is a master of teaching mindset. He explains to you really deeply why 90% of traders lose money. And when you start to understand that and you make the changes that you need to make for yourself, it's it, it's life changing. I just cannot overemphasize that. So now let me slow down here a minute and look at my MT5, and I'm in really decent profit now. Let's see how many pips. It's not enough pips to go to break even. But you know what? No, I'm going to leave that. I have to go now because I have an appointment. I've got to go across town, and I would rather kind of move my stop loss to break even because I don't want to. But never mind. I have a very small lot size with a small loss. If it does, just do a U-turn and come back up. It's no big deal. So it'd be really nice to let that one come down and hit the take profit. Anyway, I can close it on my phone if I want to. Yeah, you guys enjoy your weekend. I'm going to the movie tomorrow night. Yeah. Masters of the Universe. I do that almost every Saturday. Okay, guys, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to click that like button. It does help the channel. And I hope you have a great weekend wherever you are in the world. Enjoy your trading today. And don't forget, feel free to chat in the Telegram group. Let us know what you're doing. You got a trade going, you hit your take profit, you hit your stop loss, doesn't matter. Just share it with us in the group. Okay, have a good weekend. I'll see you again on Monday.